You know, we didn't get time to talk about anything. We're here on Skyline Hardpoint, map number 1, gold mix tonight for the championship. London Royale with cheese, Denver Surrender starting off here on P1.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, we both have some history with kind of both of these teams as playing in the gold mixed division ourselves, and you know you did mention these were both of the teams that knocked us out in the first round, and I'm gonna be quite honest with these teams. If they watch this back, we both said in a chat that we had a pretty easy first round. We are figuring that we were gonna face up in Chumps, but here we are. We got absolutely slammed week number one, both of us, I believe, by these two teams. So glad to see them fighting it out here in Chumps. Always happy to say that we lost to the champions in the CRL. I feel like every year that has happened to us. As far as these two teams, we're going to see Damage start off with a great three-piece there. And that's going to take us in kind of the first point here with the Denver Surrender. Kind of been a mixy team all year, not really had the same roster. It's kind of just how mix works sometimes, unfortunately. But Damage is a kind of a last-minute join to this team right before playoffs, and he is definitely the player to watch out for on this team. On the side of the London Royales, I mean, man, Empo loves to absolutely just dookie on CK and I all the time. So excited to watch him play and see some of his POV from the other end of the barrel.
Yeah, we get to watch Impo and get to watch some of his gameplay tonight and not be on the receiving end of his assault rifle or submachine gun just gunning us down on whatever map it is. It's going to be a great series. Both these two teams, you know, pretty evenly matched in terms of skill. Obviously, the London Royale with Cheese been around the block kind of together as a mixed squad a little bit longer this season than the Denver Surrender, but there's potential shooters, you know, on both squads, all over the place. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of these teams comes out on top. You know, I think a lot of it's going to come down to the team that makes the most mistakes, much like some of our plat and diamond matches come into play. And these are some of the best players that we have in the gold division, obviously, based off of their fact of being here in the championship and being on the mix side as well. You know, mix can be very difficult to perform consistently with a squad of potentially 2 or 3 players that you haven't played with at all before, but you build that team chemistry up through the season, and then you end up getting into the squad kind of together. You get the flows kind of going, you figure out how everybody kind of clicks together, and the next thing you know, you're here in the playoffs doing well. And the Denver Surrender have had a great P2 into P3 here, being able to eat a huge hole into that 35-point deficit that London was able to get set up there on the P1, and Damage is looking to lock down the rest of the scrap time for his boys as we're making our way over towards P4 now. Bando might have a potential play here for the backside, but it's going to come down to some of these critical gunfights here towards time.
Yeah, P4 is always going to be kind of your money hill on Skyline. It looks like London Royale are trying to fight in here. We kind of have a 1v1 left on hill. Excalibur going to leave that. Pick up a player towards mid, just going to help some pressure for himself here. Still not in control of the hill just yet here. Denver Surrender are on that right side of the minimap. So we're kind of looking at as we hit towards a P4 here as the game is pretty much tied. So far, this hill has been pretty mixy. Denver Surrender coming out with 3 kills there on that kind of wave. So we're just kind of seeing here Empo hitting towards the back, not able to pick up any kills. As the side of Denver Surrender really are looking really good so far, able to cover everything they need to, not really letting people slip through the cracks here. Obviously, it's P4, so it's pretty easy to do that, pretty easy to pick up some time, and they're looking to kind of extend that lead into about a 40 point here heading into second rotation.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it. Damage is the player to watch out for, and he already has 29 engagements throughout our first rotation of hills here. And if this game remains pretty close, we could be seeing a very, very high potential engagement and kill game coming down from that squad. But Denver has done a phenomenal job through the second part of that first rotation, securing a huge chunk of time to give them a nice 40-point lead here. But the London Royale with Cheese is not going to let it go away that easily, and they're looking to get a nice P1 just like they did on the first rotation and clean up some of their mistakes that they made towards those P2s, P3s, and P4s on that first rotation. Have a much better second set here as we're moving in towards the halfway mark of this P1. We see some routes getting taken by players pushing through piano, pushing through kitchen. Spot maybe here as Eros is able to get to. Damage cleans up a third. Now there's going to be one player left back towards tree, but his teammates are not going to be spawning with him, and Bando is going to get taken down on the P2 plat, and that's going to set up a potential rotation over here for the Denver Surrender, but they don't have this locked down, so they've got to find these players that are sitting back P2 now if they want to make their case known for this.
Yeah, I mean they're able to flip the spawns. They're kind of right towards the end of that P1 hill. So so far so good. We're going to see some interesting spawn outs here with players spawning right back bedroom and then top plat. Obviously not going to know each other are spawning there, but it's really just a fight for who can control this back tree area where Excalibur is. Is going to lose that gunfight. It comes down to a one-on-one at a hill, and the side of London Royale are able to pick that up and have some time here at P2. They're going to get a couple seconds before they have another wave, so kind of some free money on this P2 hill, which can be a money hill on this map. We haven't really seen that a lot lately. We've seen a lot of mixy P2s. I think teams just able to kind of get through the cracks and do what they need to. But so far, London Royale are picking up every kill that they can, getting the trades when they need to. The side of Denver Surrender really aren't able to break into this P2.
Yeah, this has been a great P2 hold from the side of London. Denver not really able to get super close and finish off the last couple players that were left on hill. But the nice thing about your lead is even if you give up the rest of the scrap time, you're still going to be in a nice position here. You had a phenomenal P3 last time, so they're looking to replicate some of that success that we saw in that first rotation. But London is catching fire now, and they're making their way already through stones, looking to get the back spawns, but damage with a nice two-piece there is going to clean up the back. Berksey's going to be the last player left in hill, is going to be taken out, but Impo's right there to follow up. That's going to allow London Royale to get in the hill first, and we see the wonderful trophy systems coming into play as that stun grenade gets blown up and takes out Impo there. The rest of the players going to be fighting around the kitchen side here towards you. Trades back and forth, and London looks like they're able to win that trade battle to secure this time towards P3. And now we're going to be making our way over towards P4 as there's been already one player, looks like Excalibur, from the side of the Denver Surrenders made his way towards bottom head, but he's getting hunted down now and going to get cleaned up. And now London is thinking about scrap time plus rotations over towards P4.
Yeah, I mean, this P4 is going to be huge here. We do see London still in control of the spawn, so they're going to kind of have early advantage here, but these spawns are going to start getting blocked here from this team. We see number 64 and 3 both spawn out. Berksey last alive back here, just trying to keep spawns a little mixy for the side of Denver Surrenders. They have to win some of these initial gunfights, pushed out a little bit, but Bando making a route through Secret here can make something work. He is able to pick up one, spots that other towards Bathtub, able to pick him up, almost able to pick up that kill on damage, but he's able to pick up a big two-piece. Unfortunately, does fall to Empo. Who else here? Looking for that third fight. Unfortunately, not able to get that, but his teammates are able to pick up the trade, and they do secure the hill time here just for a second as the second wave is here and ready to go. Still a 20-point game between these two teams. Really, no one has taken the game out of control just yet. We got about 20 seconds left here on P4. This is a big 20 if the side of London can keep it. They can get up to about that 180 mark and start to creep up towards that 200 threshold, which is a dangerous place to be here on Skyline. Side of London looking good so far. They're definitely heating up. We see Empo at 25 and 19. Bando's starting to get some engagements there. A little bit neg, but that's okay. He's taking some gunfights, getting the waves, and really being able to push those Denver players back. So far, able to have a much more successful P2 than they had P1, able to come out of the lead, and they're in P1 already.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Denver Surrender with a 40-point lead last rotation. We see the London Royale with, a very similar lead from their side now here in their third set. And, it's all about just kind of being consistent here on the Skyline. And the team that hits that 200-point mark first is usually a team that's feeling very good. But Denver's not going to give up so easily on this hill. They're going to be able to break into P1, start securing some of this time as we're ticking down towards the 20-second mark here left on P1, but it's all going to be about that P2 here. And London is looking to secure a big chunk of time left here on P1 in order to set them up nicely for the P2 as well, and then kind of keep pressing their advantage. I mean, if you're the Denver Surrender now down 70 points here, you're going to need pretty much a flawless hold here from P2 into P3 if you're going to give yourself a shot at winning this map number 1.
I mean, the P2 last time from London was pretty good. Not many sides of the Denver Surrender were even able to take gunfights in that hill. So far, so good from the side of Denver. And right as I say that, we are going to see a break from the side of London. That's going to be 3 dead in the feed for them. Make that kind of all 4 as we see that 4th player eventually fall. And this is not what you want. Denver were not able to break this last time. They're going to have probably 2 or 3 waves to try to break this here, but they need to do it quick. We do see a trade come down towards the bottom, towards kitchen. They are going to know there's players are hitting towards that side of the map. Bando here able to pick up one player, able to see the other, so he's going to get some info here. Knows he hasn't gone towards the back yet, but is going to fall. That's going to be 3 dead from the side of London here, so Empo kind of last alive, able to make a frag work in his favor as his team does spawn behind him. They are looking for the win here still. 8 to go with 13 left in the hill, and it does not look like anyone from the side of Denver Surrender are going to be able to do anything about it. We do see a little bit of a disconnect there from Denver. Not sure exactly what happened there, but that is pretty much going to be the map for the side of London. That's going to be a 3-piece with a cruise come down, and here are kind of the last couple seconds. So London, kind of barring anything weird that happens towards the end, that is going to be a successful map 1 for them, as they had a pretty rough P1, or not P1, sorry, first rotation of hills, but I mean, second and third looked pretty solid.
Second and third rotation were very solid. Second rotation, more specifically, was just great from the side of London, able to keep that pressure on the squad of the Denver Surrender. Being down, never easy to come back out of that hole, especially on a map like Skyline. But come out and go ham, and we're here onto the rewind map number 2. We're starting off with the boy himself, Mr. Mod Dapper, looking to set up on a heady towards the street of gas station or the Berkeley.
Also, in preparation for Dapper dropping 0 kills this search, I'd like to point out that he's probably coming in with absolutely cold, probably no warm up whatsoever. I'm not sure he's nerding out on the games like he used to anymore. But S&D on par here. We do have a 3v3 kind of as this round is developing. Bomb is playing really slow towards that generator side. They can kind of choose to go to either bomb side here. Eros is going to be kind of the one person to help attack towards this gen side here. He does have number 8 and Dapper kind of looking over him towards glass, just trying to get some information as he starts to see players cross towards this B side there. You see the collapse coming now. Dapper able to pick up the trade here, going to be left in a 1v2 with his new random team, going to be fighting some awkward fights here towards hedges, and unfortunately is going to fall there. London able to pick up that first win, and kind of an interesting and odd round number 1 here on Rewind. Definitely not how I would imagine these two teams are going to play the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen here? An interesting round number 1, but London able to close that out there. Rewind can be very, very odd as a map. You see some pretty straightforward plays that come down, and then you just see some chaos happen towards the middle of the map or towards the RV side. And, it's a relatively large map too, so there can be some potential to get lost as a player and potentially make a play for your squad, or maybe just get some terrible COD timing and get caught off guard there. So we're going to start off here. Impo is able to push up through the laundry side, able to get that first blood. He's looking to potentially take some space here as well on the flank, and take some more shots. Going to be able to get some shots into a player in the back. Some trades going down now. Berksy and Bando able to follow up with 2 players, and now we're left here with Eros left in a 1v3 scenario. He does have the bomb, but he is going to get spotted out. So he's going to make his way over towards the middle of the map, potentially try to make a play over here towards the A site. But London doing a good job of playing their positioning, looking for the info. Some shots going to come down. Reach out comes through, and they're just not giving Eros anything with the submachine gun and being able to take any sort of space. And now he's backed his way back over towards Jin, potentially making his way over towards the B site. He's got plenty of time left here in this round to make something happen, but London really not challenging anything super aggressively or trying to play anything off piece together. And ultimately, they're just going to wait it out, wait for him to make the play, run into the arms of the AR, and going to get taken out.
I mean, it's what you expect from this London team. They haven't really made many changes throughout the year. They all know how to play Call of Duty, so I'm not expecting them to give anything up there in that situation. And I mean, that's exactly what they did. They trapped that player towards gens and really just don't allow him to do anything. So, side of London, you're up 2-0 so far. But man, this map can change on a dime. So we'll kind of see how the rest of this map develops. So far, been just kind of 2 awkward rounds from these teams. Haven't seen a whole lot of standard S&D setups. Just some really awkward kills coming in, and just some awkward setups, kind of looking for trades and things like that. So we'll see if something a little bit more structured comes out, and I think that's what we're seeing here, with a little bit slower play towards this gen side here. Damage trying to get a little aggressive there on that flank, but is just going to back up with this team and just kind of help out with some reinforcements. But the side of London, they are pretty much trapped in here towards gens, so they're going to have to make something work on a bomb site, hopefully catch some good timings as they start to make their move.
Yeah, the Jin play happens very frequently on this map, just trying to take that space over there, look for some aggression to come through. Damage playing a nice corner here. Laundry is able to pick up that player. Sees Berksey as well, able to take out
Wow.
2 there with the Jackal. He forgot that it got nerfed, and he's just zapping players right now, and he's gonna be looking to get aggressive towards the backside of spawn as well. Gonna get spotted out, gonna take some shots, and gonna choose to rotate back with his squad. I'm not sure if they know that bomb's down here towards Laundry. They are going to see that there's players here very close, but Elzen and Impo able to follow up with 2 of their own. Dapper on the flank now is gonna get information. Shots into the first one. Second player is weak, but gonna get out with his life, choosing to sprint away towards that B site. Is gonna make it out, and maybe OS might have got some information there. He did now, at least. The bomb is not gonna be able to get planted. He's going for the chow. He's gonna fight for this first player, gonna get taken out. So, you know, London had a shot there in the middle where they had that nice little two-piece from the laundry side to even up the score. And then Dapper was able to follow up, put themselves back in the man advantage there, which is always just a great feeling to have in Search and Destroy. That Jin's play, it works when it works, but if you've got a squad that's not giving up their lives, like we saw the Denver Surrender do there, you don't eat a lot of space in the map. So then we saw them kind of try to rotate back through their base. And since there was nobody towards the B Street side, Damage was able to make it up into the flank to be able to take out those players from the laundry side. So that's kind of the situation you can put yourself into when you play towards that Jin and just decide to stay there and kind of wait for something to happen. So great round from the side of Denver, able to get one on the board, looking to even it up back here 2-2.
Yeah, so far losing a member there in Dapper towards that outside point. We do see this bomb kind of trying to make its way a little bit towards A. Berksey's gonna hit a little bit of a flank here, get some good information on that stun. He is gonna get shot at here a little bit, escape towards Elephant, but is gonna fall. It's gonna even this up to a 3-3 between these two teams so far. Really just been a slow round so far. It's been a slow search and destroy between these two teams. We haven't seen teams try to get aggressive towards Elephant and stage side, towards that A side or anything yet. We've really just seen a slow play towards Gens and just seeing who can make really just the first mistake and have that first blood against them. But uh, side of London are just kind of playing a little bit passive here. They are unfortunately going to be down to a 1v3 here for the side of Elzen. Not going to spot any players, is going to get spotted. That's going to be Denver. They're going to tie that back up, or this game back up 2-2 here. And so far, what's been a fairly slow and awkward search and destroy.
It has been very slow, very awkward. I said it before that the side of London likes to play aggressive on rewind, and I guess I was wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. They did it against me. They're not doing it against the Denver Surrender here. But of course, progressions happen. You play to what the enemy team is doing, and so both these squads choosing to play very slow, look for those opening picks and make the plays from there. So first bloods, man advantage are going to go a long way here. And we're potentially seeing another Jins hit here from the side of London looking to play over here, look for that information and make their way through the map. So this is probably going to be another slow start here. We do see Damage on the flank once again towards the laundry side. Is kind of playing around there. Looks like he might be wrapping towards Elephant. Is able to get the first blood and able to get out with his life as well. So great start here from the side of Damage. He's going to open and creak that door, but he's going to get spotted by Elton and get taken out there. Backup shots by Impo, barely able to see that player, able to take the man advantage here in a 3v2, looking to make their way towards this B bomb site, get the bomb planted, and get some of these players off of that site.
Yeah, I know Sot's just able to get some good shots down there towards Empo, trying to make that cross. Evens us up for a 2v2 for him and Dapper here. They're looking just to give up the bomb site, just confirm that kill is going to come in from this side. I believe Eros is, that's actually Dapper there that got that kill. He had to be on a car or something. Maybe that player was top 18. I wasn't really sure. Couldn't tell from the mini map, but that's a big kill. Elzen with an interesting play here, really giving up the bomb site. The side of Denver really have to think that he's kind of made it out somewhere. That diffuse is going to come in. He's got to go check that pretty soon. This timing could get interesting here. With the mantle, he's not going to be able to get this. So Denver Surrender are able to make that 3 in a row on this search and destroy so far. Just some poised defense there, really just backing up, letting them take the site. I think you get lucky there and maybe an overchow from the side of London on 18 side. able to make that a man advantage and just kind of swarm that bomb site and force the last player alive being Elzen just to come to you and really secure that win. So Denver surrender 3 in a row, looking good so far.
Yeah, looking great in these last 3 rounds. I think the player, 18, you're just looking for info, trying to help out Elzen and let them know kinda where they're playing through, where they're coming from, and then, you get some maybe bad timing or maybe a little bit of an overpeak and get taken out, to give Denver the advantage there. And they do their time, they clear out the back, they make their way through, and the next thing you know, they've got control of the site, the diffuse is coming down, and then player just able to distract long enough that the diffuse comes through and then able to win that round. So great start here to the map number 2. Another slow play here over towards the gins, the B side. The bomb could really go anywhere right now. I think they're just looking for intel on where the London Royale with cheese are playing and looking to take the bomb and progress it farther through the map. Elzen in a nice corner over here towards P1, able to get some shots down into gins, is going to get traded out. Looks like Berksey is sliding out to get the trade and does get the trade. So man advantage is going to stay in their favor. Berksey able to follow up with the second one as well. So able to get a nice two-piece there from his squad. Dapper is going to be left here in a 1v3, going to get taken out immediately as soon as I say that. So London going to bounce back and tie this up back here to 3-3. And, the pace and the patience of these two squads has been very good. As soon as we get the intel, they're kind of chowing together and looking to get those trades. I think it was Elson that was laying down towards middle kind of pops up to get some shots in. Berksey slides in from the DVD side to clean up the player that was there and the player that was close as well. So just doing a good job of playing off the intel, playing off of each other, and then securing the main advantage wins in the rounds.
And I think this has been kind of an abnormal rewind from what we've seen from both of these teams. So I'm just kind of waiting for these two teams to kind of get aggressive here. We do see Bando able to spot a player towards Laundry, put some shots down, able to pick up damage on that. So it's going to be a key factor. Laundry has opened up. The side of Denver surrender and really London on their defensive have played the same way. Uh, they really haven't adjusted their strats on defense. So I think the offensive side here, kind of this late in the game, are going to start learning where people are at, what those timings look like, and just able to attack a bomb site here. We do see that bomb go down A. We have 2 players left here with Dapper, and these going to be both the ARs. So this is going to be a tough bomb site to retake. London looking like they're going to take that lead again, kind of stop the bleeding. 2 rounds in a row here. But as I say that, Empo is able to kind of secure that for his team. But we do see Dapper able to pick up one with 17 seconds left. He's really not going to make anything work here. So side of London, making some good adjustments here on the offense, able to pick up some good kills, take a bomb. Oh boy, hang on, they got to check, right? Okay, okay, getting a
Yeah.
little mixy here.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't check that there, I mean, we're having flashbacks to this weekend where Envoy was able to ninja defuse in a 4v4 retake on that base site, and Info does a nice job of recognizing that the time clock was still there for that player to get there, checking that site and cleaning up Dapper. Not able to make too much magic happen. They're able to get 2 on the round, though, but he will lose his streak as Info is now looking to be on a streak himself on 4 straight. On the defensive side as well, he's got a good chance to get a couple kills here and make his progress towards that cruise missile. Not the most effective on Rewind Search and Destroy, being that there's a lot of building space to cover and you can just hide in gins, but you may be able to kind of force some of that positioning and be able to send some of your homies in to clean up some of those players. But we're looking to make our way over here towards the B site, damage, busting that door open. There's going to be a player slide channeling across him to kind of get some intel, and they're going to back up here. No kills coming down yet, so no real map progression made from the side of Denver. Looks like number 8, that's Dapper, is playing over towards Hull, looking to get some intel on this A site to see if there's a potential to rotate over. But now we're seeing the break come through towards the Gen side. Damage able to get one. Another player going to follow up with the second kill as well. Third kill comes in. One player left towards mid door is going to get taken out, and just time clock starts to dwindle down, and London being in the advantage kind of clustered around that hedge side just kind of get collapsed on, and Denver wins the gunfights and comes out on top there. So great round from the side of Denver, playing patient, playing solo like this map has been, and just waiting for it to kind of come to their favor.
Yeah, I mean, just an odd map so far. I think they're just teams are electing to play a little slow. Uh, it is mixed, so there's not as much team comp happening and knowing that somebody's looking over you in a specific position. So that may be kind of the factor here. We have seen damage pretty much every single time get aggressive towards Elephant, get aggressive towards this laundry side here. So the side of London should be expecting it here. We see Elzen try to re-rotate out here to try to get some kills. Vando able to pick up one kill of his own. Teammates able to kind of help him out there with shots. Empo able to pick up one on his own, and that's going to be a 2-2 kind of here heading into the round. We've seen Osads and Dapper alive together a lot here, just kind of playing the AR angles, playing back towards that B site. Bomb is going to go down. They got about 30 seconds or so to get to that bomb to defuse that. So they got to sniff these players out. And from the side of Empo and Elzen, I believe they're both running a sub right now. So they're just going to play together in a really confined space to try to make something work here. We do see some shots going down eventually here. Dapper able to pick up that big kill. Empo able to pick up the kill of his own here. He is running an AR. 20 seconds left, just has to buy some time, and Dapper is on the chase looking for him, but Empo is out of there. This should be a pretty easy round here. He's just going to kind of play his timing here. Just make sure that Dapper isn't on that bomb here. Dapper able to pick up the kill, but not going to get that defuse. And the side of London are going to go up 5-4 here for match point. Side of Denver, we got to see something here on offense out of this team.
Yeah, got to see something on offense here, being that you're on map point now from the side of London and just good plays there, able to wait it out. Dapper wins a big kill onto that player's stage, but his teammate gets taken out towards the green box side, just trying to hunt that player down. But Impo was out of there as fast as he could be after trying to pre-fire through the laundry side. Just repositions very well, plays the timing very well, and ultimately gets the kill when it's needed on Dapper, close to that bomb site, not able to defuse. But London, we've seen good offensive rounds from them here, but OS is going to get taken out first from the side of Denver Surrender. Damage looking to follow up with a kill of his own, looking to get out as well through the P1 side is, but Berksy's going to follow up with a kill. Elson playing towards the DVD side. 2v3 scenario here from the side of Denver Surrender. Looking to make some progress over towards the B site. Damage is looking to take quite a bit of space here. His teammates following him through 18 as well. He's going to hop up and get some good timing on that player on the wall there. Looking to rotate back towards green box. Play around this Jin side. There are two players here, so it's going to be interesting to see how the timing turns out. He's going to leave. Bando's able to get one kill. Damage is able to follow up with one. Maybe get some intel on that player on the B bomb. Is going to hop up on top of the 18-wheeler. Bando's going to go right below him. They're playing Ringer on the Rosie, but Bando is able to find him, and London is going to win map number 2 as well. So off to a hot start here in the series. The rewind very, very back and forth. London able to close off those last 2 rounds though to win in a 6-4 fashion. And a little bit of oddities coming down in that. Some bad COD
They're
timing
down
coming
0-2
down.
in this series. They do need to win this map to kind of continue this series on Chumps Tuesday between these two Gold Knicks teams.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big one here. Denver needing the bounce back, need to take this first map to continue our series, and it all starts with a single round on control. Damage following up with 2 big kills. There's going to be 1 player left on the A point. Berksy looking over him from mid-gun side, going to get some shots into the first player sliding across. Dapper is going to get some shots taken, able to clean that up. Elson is, but gunfights go down towards the side of Denver Surrender, and there's going to be nobody left here on the points. You're able to get the first tick from your first attempt or first attack, but you have to make your way out of your base now. You have to find the kills, be able to take some of this map presence back and force your way out of spawn towards either of these points right now. They're doing a good job here so far. 1 player left. That's number 7, OS, left up towards the sidewalk side. Damage is looking to get active in P1 again. Going to get taken out by who is that? Number 4, that's going to be Info on the 8 point. Some shots going down towards green box, towards mid. A couple of players just surrounding all around this. No real presence from the side of London. They weren't able to completely get out of their spawn. Just 1 player able to get out and get some ticks onto that 8 point. But just the one coming through. London or Denver looking to push back into the ammo building as well. Now look to take some space with 30 seconds left here in round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so far so good from the side of Denver Surrender. Only let up 1 tick. Kills are coming in. That's going to be 3 dead from their side. Last one's going to be Bando towards that grandma side. He is going to have to step on point eventually to kind of stop the clock here, maybe see if he can find some kills. This is going to go a 2-2 trade here for the side of London. So they're going to be able to get an A stack coming down here. We do see, I believe that was actually Eros able to pick up that kill on time, but these ticks are coming through here. Osat's not able to get that kill there. We are going to see this A point come in kind of there at the last second with 11 left, but these lives are going to be a big storyteller. London up 9-8 in lives. That 1 kill is minuscule, but 2 and make that 3 is going to be even better here. So the side of Denver surrender, you're going to be trapped in your defensive zone here, but you got to make these kills count as we start to see this rotation over towards B.
Yeah, the rotation towards B is going to be key over here now. Lives evened up 5 damage, looking to get active in the spawn. Is able to get a nice 2-piece. They're going to get traded out and allow the London Royale with cheese to make some map presence. But as soon as you make it out of your base, Eros is there looking to follow up. And now damage is taking back some of that map presence as well. So 2 to 4 here. Impo and Berksey left for their squad. All 4 players left up from the side of Denver surrender. Looks like we see a potential route getting taken towards the P4 area and then going up to top G's. Maybe able to get some good timing on this player, able to pick him off, looking for this player mid gun, but it's going to get taken out. So Denver surrender able to win that round number 1. Very solid round. You know, they kept that constant pressure up towards the base of London. They never really gave up a whole lot of map presence. As soon as one player got traded out, there was always another player there to go through and follow up on that. So just a great round number 1 for them. Lots and lots of lives getting taken out. I think it was left to 2 lives there from the side of Denver. So good round number 1 for them, though. It always feels good to start off your control with a round win. And they'll be looking to make some more waves on the offensive side than London was able to in round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, 3 ticks isn't terrible. I think that's kind of typically what you see on the offensive side. Sometimes you can see 0. So you'll take what you can get. But for the side of Denver, you had probably, what you would consider a mediocre round, considering you had them down to 1 tick until 11 seconds, and unfortunately just kind of lost some gunfights. So you're looking to just attack here on your offensive side. You do show some presence towards B with Dapper. He is able to hop back on time to kind of stop that clock, allow his teammates to get out of spawn and get some kills here. Elzen hunting towards his armor side. He is going to see these players rotating towards B, able to pick up 1 as Bando's able to pick up 1 as well. Osat's not able to spot this player just yet, able to escape a little bit here. His damage is there for some control. Able to pick up 1, make that 2. Big kill on Empo there. Dapper able to pick up another kill. Last player towards mid here in Berksey. He's going to take a little bit of a flank here. Dapper is going to read him. They're going to have this knowledge on him. Players not looking around just yet, but they are able to pick him up. But reinforcements are here to pick these up. They're only going to get 1 tick there on B, almost securing that second. But the side of London are able to get there in time as we see kind of a race over here towards this A side. Empo is making presence over here towards Heli's side, making sure those players can't hop on that A site for free. But we do see an escapee over here towards B again.
Yeah, number 7, that's OS making his way over towards the B site. The rest of the squad is following up. Berksey going to see Dapper towards boat, not able to hit any shots. Potentially going to get chowed by all 3 players there now. Going to get taken out. So good place from the side of Denver surrender. 1 player left here on the B point, going to get jumped at by Impo. Impo able to rip that player green box as well, just absolutely snapping on these guys. AR, it's good from that range, especially if you can shoot very straight, like Impo can. Now we're over towards the A site. Looks like we got a player playing towards sidewalk, able to get 1. Shots into the second player. Going to be able to follow up and get that player that was trying to challenge, but the nade is going to take him out. Now we're down to 12 seconds left here. You've got a chance to get onto one of these points, but you have to find the space to be able to make it through. Player is going to make it onto this B site, going to get chowed immediately from the side of London. Now A is getting capped, but players are just everywhere from the side of London, not able to make any real progress towards this A point. Looks like the whole squad's rolling up now, able to get 1, able to clear out the second player. Damage is going to be the last one closest. Able to get 1, able to get 2, looking for the third, but Elzen cleans that up and wins the round for the side of London. We saw progress towards both of those points, but just never with the full setup that you wanted from the squad. And then once that clock started to tick down. We saw some lives getting thrown at both the points, and London doing a very good job of playing through the middle of the map there, able to collapse on either point as a squad, being able to clear off Denver there. So a good bounce back round from their perspective, able to win that and tie us up 1-1. And if either one of these teams is able to get a sneaky offensive win, I think it's going to be key. Otherwise, we're going to be coming down to ticks for round number 5 from my perspective.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw this last week with some clutch plays coming from the defensive side, especially towards that B point was. I just can't remember what player that was, but Berksy there with a sneaky little flank, able to take off 2 players towards that B site. Really just allow his team to have some time to get there. I think save that B zone for his team. It just allowed them to kind of rotate over towards that A, start protecting from that side. But if you're outside of Denver, you've already let up half a tick on A here. Big gunfight coming out of there from the side of Eros, able to pick that up. There's 3 dead from the side of London. Actually make that all 4 off spawn. It's just going to be rough here. If they cannot get out of this, it's going to be a bad time for them. Luckily, they don't have another player who's super close in their spawn. So they're going to have a couple seconds to breathe here, try to get towards this armor side here. Dapper's towards this boat side, able to pick up 1, not able to pick up anything else as that trade eventually comes through. But 45 seconds or so are already off the clock on this one for this round number 2. And London touched A initially, but haven't seen anything since. They're looking to clear this mid map, just get some presence towards that mid gun and maybe start to work something. They do have some ticks going down on B. That's going to be 2 players on there as well. Fights coming down towards middle, but the side of Denver surrender so far can't get there as we see the first tick on B roll through.
Yeah, Dapper's able to get that first blood, looking for more onto this B point to get some shots down, able to take out that his teammates also clear off the rest of the London squad from the middle of the map, able to work towards decreasing the progress of that B point, just barely getting in before that second tick comes through. So good recovery there from the side of Denver. Damage, of course, looking to get active in the spawn of London now, ready, going to choose to reposition here now, try to take some more space as the London squad is absolutely stacking that 8 point word to Jims. Damage is going to be able to jump up from top trips, able to get 1. His teammates follow up with the other 2 as well. And now London, you're going to be back in spawn. Damage reads it perfectly, able to get 1 off spawn, looking for more, looking to get aggressive towards columns. Now there's 3 Denver players here looking to all chow together, and this is going to be absolute hell to get out of this spawn trap right here. Now as you're just running into the arms of the Denver surrender, 5 seconds left here. 1 player able to make it out towards B is going to get sniffed out. You're not going to have any time to get to one of these points, and just a phenomenal defensive hold from the side of Denver. You thought they maybe had some chance over towards that B site. Denver collapses in, able to clear those players off and just immediately get the progress up the map to look to set up that spawn trap, clear out a couple players from that first wave off a spawn, and then next thing you know, 3 out of the 4 players are just sitting there staring at all the angles, winning their gunfights. It's absolutely brutal on protocol control when you're stuck in that spawn trap as the offensive team, just not able to make anything happen there, only able to get 2 ticks on the round, and you just had a humongous life deficit getting up. I believe it was +10 towards the life perspective.
Yeah, definitely great there on lives. But you need to focus on these ticks. You need 4 if you're the side of Denver to secure a defense. Obviously, I think you'd like to just get 6 and win this, but this first wave is not looking very good for your team. 3 players sent back to spawn, and you already have Elzen here ready to make an impact with his submachine gun there in the Jackal. Your last player up towards that top window side was taken out as well. So all these players are out of spawn right now, looking towards this armor side. Damage looking to get some nades over towards that A site here, but we do see some trades coming down towards middle map. Checkerboard pattern so far. Empo is able to get spotted on that B site, but the side of Elzen is able to come in for the rescue there towards mid gun, able to pick up a great 2-piece here and prevent players from getting anything on that A site. As we see, just pretty much your standard kind of great defensive round. Players aren't able to get past halfway, but you need to pay attention. There is a person, Grandma's there in Dapper, looking for that extra kill, just looking to make some map presence interesting here on this one. We have 25 seconds left in the round, so we'll see if Denver can pull anything away towards the last couple seconds.
Yeah, Denver, Dapper, the only player left outside of spawn currently, is going to get caught. cleanup coming from Ammo. Impo able to get a nice two-piece there from that side. Gonna get chowed by a player. Sidewalk is gonna get some shots in, but gonna get taken out. But Elzen is immediately there for the follow-up. 5 seconds left here. You've got no real progress towards either of these two zones so far. We see a player slip through B, able to stop the clock with 0.7 seconds left. He's going to have a challenge that comes through, going to get taken out. Now Eros is over towards that A point, able to get one, looking to potentially just lay down and play his life, but all of his teammates are off spawn. We see a flank coming through from Sidewalk on Bando. He's able to get one, going to get taken out, but his teammates are there to clean up the player on time, able to win that round number 4, able to take us to round number 5, and no ticks came through from the side of Denver, so London is going to be, London is going to be on the defensive side as well for round number 5. Feeling pretty good about how this map has progressed here so far, but if we know anything about round number 5's in Control in Black Ops 6, it's been a defensive masterclass here so far. It could very, very potentially turn around very quickly and turn into the offensive steamroll here, but London's got to be feeling great. Denver, this is your last chance here in this round number 5, looking to change the pace of this map and take the first one for the series.
Yeah, Denver just the good news is you've had the most experience on this map so far with offensives, and you get another one. The bad news is it's offense and not defense. So far, starting pretty good, winning the kind of the initial gunfights here. One tick coming down on A already. This is not a round that you have the luxury of only getting 4 ticks and kind of winning and having an easy defensive round. Unfortunately, you have to get all 6 or win by lives here on this one. So, side of Denver surrender. You got to fight out of your spawn at this point here. You have a minute and 10 to work with. You got plenty of time, but you need to start winning some gunfights and get some map presence.
Yeah, gotta win some gunfights. Gotta get that map presence as always. Right now, it's being very difficult. Elzen getting active in the spawn once again. There is a player towards Heli that is not going to spot him quite yet. He's going to be able to zip around for potentially the kill here. Going to actually get absolutely zapped by the man Dapper there. Dapper able to zap another one with the headshot coming through from the aims. Starting the second tick now. Going to get secured. Going to get taken out with a 3-piece from Info on the A side.
That's crazy.
That's all 4 for him. This man's insane. Get him in the league. He's next up. That's all I have to say.
I mean, listen, we have Dapper over here doing big plays, getting a big 2-piece. Then Empo says, "Mr. Dapper, I'd like you to politely hold me." And then gets all 4 of the team, and there just continues to make his presence known here towards top rope. 20 seconds left for the side of Denver surrender, looking to make something work here towards this A site. Players are going to be trapped here in their spawn. Empo making them work. That's going to be another 2-piece out of him. So far, 44 and 24. If you didn't know, you can bag in the highest division, and I think that's what we're seeing here with Empo. But we do see 2 players coming down. This tick might come down through A. We do see a fight come towards top windows. Unfortunately, no player able to get there. We do see one more fight with Dapper coming towards stairs. Is anyone able to touch this? They are not, and that's going to be the side of London Royale with Cheese, able to be your gold mixed champions here on Tuesday night CRL.
If there's one thing that I know about Info, the guy can shoot straight. If there's 2 things I know about Info, if he's on the enemy team, you do not want to play protocol control against this man because it is his absolute playground. He whips out the submachine gun. He's in your spawn farming.